know what? I might go to arcade. I might go back to a Dave and Buster's. I just gotta eat beforehand.
So you don't waste
Do
food.
you?
Waste money on
Yeah,
food.
but then exactly because the food is trash. They took away the best thing on the menu. It was like seasoned Alfredo with steak and shrimp and grilled shrimp.
Oh, they
It
probably
was
they probably weren't getting their money's worth because shrimp definitely gone up. Steak has gone up. So they're like, yeah,
mm-hmm,
we're the only thing we're making money off of
mm-hmm.
is the pasta. Like the only
They should
thing,
have just fucking raised the price with they dumbasses. Like, come on. Like they
like
just
everything else. Gal,
yeah.
like
I would have went. I would have sat there, looked at it, and spent that bread on it. And have been like, well, fuck it, times are changing, inflation, thanks, Obama. I would have said all the shit,
you,
but I would have paid it, and I would have ate that shit.
Obama hasn't been president for like almost 8 years.
I know.
Thank, thanks
And if
Obama
he
for
was
these.
president, they probably would still have the fucking Cajun Alfredo and Dave and Buster's. So that's why this alternate universe, I'm thinking Obama, because I know it's his black ass that kept that good ass food there. 'Cause this shit is ridiculous, bro. I mean, yeah, I gotta learn how to make my own. Mm, yeah, that's what I'm
See,
gonna do
there you go.
today. Exactly.
Find a recipe, make that shit on your own. I mean, steak's gonna be pricey for you to buy, but shrimp you could probably do.
Mm-hmm.
Nice
I
little,
get
shrimp scampi.
damn, damn. I should not have it ignited my stomach, my brain with this will.
If you got the will to cook, cook. It's better than ordering food out. You save money. Prices are going crazy. Gas prices are the same as you buying a gallon of milk. That's a shame. Because now it's like, all right, should I buy milk or should I buy a gallon of gas to drive to go get milk?
Like, should I take the bus? Shit.
You wish in the well where you are you could probably take the bus, but where I am, the bus don't run
Mm,
like that. The this
you
whole
better drive to the train station.
this that's still taking money. You spending gas and then you gonna spend money to take. I would get that if you're just walking around the city. Like I would get that, but it's just
Mm-hmm.
this whole country's infrastructure is just terrible. I'm gonna say that it's just terrible because it's very car dependent and Twitter be all over the place with this stuff. It's funny. I love reading the threads
What?
for like. There's a lot of
Oh,
threads.
wait.
There's a lot of Twitter threads that that but just be going off about a lot of things. Like the most recent
Mm-hmm.
one, Bernie Sanders tweeted cancel student loans, and then there was a whole entire thread of people just ranting again, back and forth to each other about student loans. And then this one guy said, "You took out a loan, you pay it back." And then somebody said, "If you're homeless, just buy a house. If you're in a wheelchair, just walk. If you're dying of cancer, just stop." And it goes on and on and on. And then, like, did I tell you about that whole thread where um somebody was trying to make fun of Tesla, the fact that people spend a lot of money on Tesla payments during it was right at the height of the whole
Mm.
gas price thing, and then there was a whole thread of people making fun of
No, you
people
didn't tell me, but I have a hint. I know what you were touching on. What are you saying?
pretty much it was just everybody going back and forth with each other over like the fact that you know how people are making fun of people driving Teslas, like, oh well, what if the
Mm-hmm.
power goes out and then you can't charge your car, you're stuck. And then you got people saying like, well, I'm saving money on gas because I don't have to pay for it like you guys do. And in people with Teslas, they're all like, everybody's going back and forth with each other. And then one person was like, so you telling me that um, you're okay with spending over $90 a month on just gas alone on top of car payments and stuff? He's like, yeah, well, I don't care. Like what if you can stop charging your car and all this stuff? I'm just like, yo, you guys make no sense. This dude literally just proved that he is only spending 25 cents per kilowatt, and he only spends $18 every 2 weeks to charge his car at charging stations, compared to you spending nearly $40, $80 a week, especially with these gas prices.
Yeah,
In
but how much did Teslas cost though?
Teslas cost about nearly well, right now, because especially with COVID, they went back to their standard price of being $40,000. Back before COVID, like you could get a used one for like 25,000, 35,000 if you figured out, like if you found the right one. But right now all of them are around like 40,000. And then obviously you put down like a $3,000 down payment, and then you just finance the rest of it depending on the type of person. Um, it's just like getting a regular car, except for you don't have to worry about gas. You just charge your car. And some people, they make it sound like um, they were making fun of Tesla people for paying like $700 a month on car payments. And one dude with the Tesla was like, "You guys act like you guys don't do the same for your 2020 Jeep Grand Cherokee or whatever." I'm just like, bro, it makes no sense. It's the only difference between both cars is one spending less money than the other as far as transportation. Threads just go crazy.
But I don't know. I heard a lot of things saying that electric cars are bad for the environment initially because of all the things that it takes to bring them into fruition, which
How,
kind of makes sense.
what things would make an electric car be bad for the environment compared to gas emissions that pretty much cloud our air with toxic
Well,
fumes?
they're talking about the gas machines that it takes to make them and then transport them across the seas and then bring them here or transport them anywhere.
That's the
And
same.
then
That's like literally the same as you manufacturing a car that runs on gas and doing the same transport to get the car from one country to another.
it is. But even with the gas thing, it's like, let me go buy a Tesla because gas prices are getting high. And like, oh no, how much? Like,
I mean, there's
you
also
can't
there.
get a Tesla right now. What?
No, yeah, you could definitely get one now if you want, but
You
like,
can get
there's a
one
lot.
now, but you can't tell me you're saving money because you know because
You
you just bought a whole fucking Tesla.
Yeah, you can't. It's a double edged sword because you just bought a Tesla, but now you don't have to worry about spending like over $100 to fill your tank up each week or every other day at a gas station. You don't even have to visit the gas station unless it's to grab a hoagie or uh, some candy or a Black and
That's
Mild.
crazy, man.
Because electric cars, as long as you're not one of those people that don't charge your phone at night or don't charge your phone at all, it's the same thing with a car. I mean, it's to each its own on whichever preference. There's also hybrids where it's electric and gas. Those are more efficient than just gas cars. And then there's other companies that have electric cars as well. But I like Tesla because one, there's no engine, so you don't hear nothing. It runs smooth, and then also it has initiated in its system where, like, say if you're running low, you can just um, it'll tell you all the points where, like, okay, there's a charging station coming up, or this is how much distance you got until you reach your charging station or whatever. That's why I like it.
Yeah, it would be fun if they were affordable.
They're actually in the midst of, well, I mean, this was before COVID. I'm sure that they're going to, once the pandemic is officially over, whenever they consider that being. They're trying to make affordable ones where it's around like $19,000, which ain't bad compared to 40,000.
Like, what? It said $19,000.
Yeah, $19,000 Tesla. Like that's their price point. That the model that they're trying to build to be more affordable for people.
They don't have a $19,000 one right now.
Mm-mm. Unless you find one that's randomly on the street that somebody is just selling for that much, but I highly doubt you'll find that. I found one on Car when I was working at Carvana last year. Um, there was a Tesla that was 25,000, but um, prices have gone up on it. The main reason why is because the resources, the microchips that they use in the computers for the cars and stuff. It's hard getting them right now. So they decide to, like everybody else, put the price point at a high point or back to where it was. And if you really want that car, you gonna pay for it. If not, well, you gonna have to wait. That's how it be. Well, you better wait for it. You ain't gonna get it. You ain't gonna get it right then.
I almost broke into song.
What song? It's a music. It's a musical.
I can't. If I say it, I'm gonna start singing it, so you'll never know the song.
Sing it, sing it, sing
People
it.
could guess the song. Dude, can people leave comments?
Of course they can.
Oh, okay, cool. So
But
if there's a comment and someone got the urge to sing a song, in that same second, they might
sing,
know what song I was thinking of.
sing it, sing it, sing it.
No, never, never, not for free.
Never
No.
again. No.
My greatest weakness. Performance. Oh shit. You, Sean, have you been playing any games recently?
uh, honestly, kind of and kind of not. I've just finished Miles Morales not that long ago, and then I got a new game on the five called it's called Anna something. I'm about to find out what it is called. But it's like a sci-fi. It's like a 2D, 3D sprite game. It's like similar to Cyberpunk, but better because it doesn't bug out. It is called Anno Mutationem. It looks
Oh,
it. It's called Anno Mutationem. So it's like a unique 2D to 3D gameplay, seamless switching between action platform and exploration. It's like an open world sci-fi cyberpunk, but then it has like when it comes to combat, it goes into 2D mode, and it's like doing combos and stuff. It's pretty cool. It was only
damn.
It's pretty cool. So that
What's this on?
you can get it on the 4 or the 5 on PlayStation. I think you
Oh,
could probably.
you playing any apps? Any mobile games?
You think I play mobile games? Not anymore. I stopped. I have a couple mobile games, but it's like one of those things where you play it and you're just like,
Mm-hmm.
all right, next thing, and you just forget about
Well,
it.
my thing is, I've always been an avid mobile gamer. Ever since I had a little device or whatever. All my accounts are always connected. So I guess one my guilty pleasure. I still have Clash of Clans.
You still
Isn't
play?
that crazy?
Jesus,
It's from CFS Clash of Clans.
you, my friend, are sticking through it. They should. You should be their sponsor at
That's
this
not to
point.
say I haven't taken like a whole year's break and like I just recently downloaded. I definitely gave up on it for like a while.
Be their sponsor.
Nah, man, could never. I can't
That's
watch YouTube. Huh?
That's like Tristan and Dwayne and them. They still play League from time to time.
League.
League of Legends. Oh, you can get Anno Mutation M on Steam. You can definitely play it on there too. It's a nice little single. I like really playing single player games now. Well, I always have been playing single
Mm-hmm.
player games, but multiplayer ones is only when I know people are like fighting games. I could play couch player mode
Mm-hmm.
with people or online shooters, but yeah, Clash of Clans. I don't think I would ever get my mind into. My
You
mind is
you ever play Bloons Tower Defense?
back in middle school. I know you fiend on that. You showed me the gameplay when I was over there once. You were like, "Yo, look at this! I unlocked this. I'm on this level. I can do this now."
Yeah, because it became. So here's the joke. Here's the joke. Clash of Clans, they made a new game called Clash Royale, which is a versus and it's quick. It like it ends within 10 8 minutes.
Yeah,
I mean
it's like
not 10,
yeah,
5 to 10 minutes.
it's like a battle royale type game.
So yeah, exactly. So they did that, and then Balloons did the same thing basically. And these games, like, I don't know, bro. It's like playing something as simple as tic tac toe. It becomes challenging as soon as you put it up against another human being.
Mm,
So it's like it's automatically a strategy game to me,
I
and I guess it's kind of nostalgic because I know the pieces. I know the game pieces, and it just makes it's so well. I don't know. They didn't really change the Balloons game as much. Clash of Clans they kind of did. Clash of Clans made a big jump from Clash of Clans to Clash Royale,
that's a-
and that was pretty
that
fucking lit. Like
that's
I don't think I've noticed any other mobile game do that shit. What?
I think a lot of I forgot where I saw this. I think it was on Twitter. I feel like the entire video game market is kind of oversaturated and ruined by battle royale games and battle passes and stuff like that. I think that the whole climate is just
Oh my!
oversaturated, but it's
What?
just too much.
What?
I've seen the
My
tweet
man
and I
just
kind of
said everything you love is what's wrong with video games
it's
right
I didn't
now.
say it was wrong. Like if you
That's
enjoy that,
basically what you said.
I said it's
The sentence
oversaturated.
you said after the sentence I said. That's what you just
I,
said.
I,
You were just like
I feel like it's just oversaturated because
oversaturated, meaning what? I mean, I feel like Call of Duty's battle royale.
now with Warzone, but
Warzone.
pretty
I
much
mean, I
like
don't know,
ever
man.
since Fortnite came out with their battle royale system, of course everybody else wants to, and then after the battle pass idea came to be, you got battle pass systems coming out for Destiny, which never had it before, Call of Duty, which
Oh,
and stuff. There's another game that's randomly adding a battle pass. I'm just like, for what? But it's just like it's coming to a point where it's just like, okay, I get why companies want to do it because that's where they see the money coming in. But at the same time, the quality of a lot of games just start dwindling. It's just like, okay, let's do a little base game, and then uh, afterwards, you got to pay for everything else. It's like, no, like I want it like how single player games do, or like how games before, where you get the whole game, you play the game, and then after a couple months they announce the DLC, and it's like, all right, I'm gonna get the DLC, I'm gonna play the DLC, and then all right, cool, there's a sequel coming out, let me do that. Like it's stuff like that. It's
yeah.
just
I
it's
mean, here's why, guys. I mean, if your game franchise chose to sell out to that, that's unfortunate. And you can't really blame. I mean, like Fortnite sucks for it. Fortnite definitely does suck for it because Fortnite has it down to a science. I basically think you're playing an app game and shit. But app games have always, because app games never costed $60
yeah,
from rip like regular games.
yeah, like
So that's why they always had to think of different ways to get money, and that's what they did. They created lives or walls or pay to win, blah blah blah. People never like pay to win, but for
for mo
stationary games, I guess you want to
yeah,
call them
yeah,
non-mobile games.
yeah,
What?
for mobile games, the idea of like battle pass and stuff like that, that's okay. That's normal because I mean, well, for the most part, they've been doing that anyway, as far as like pay to win or check in daily to get this and stuff. But like what you were about to say, stationary games, uh, it's ruining the. I don't want to say it's ruining, but it kind of is ruining the quality of um the state of what games come out today. Like for example, like um actually I did have an example and I forgot it, but continue. I completely forgot.
I
I was
mean,
like, I had it and I lost it.
didn't you say Destiny? I feel like Destiny could be a big one or whatever.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I
I don't
used
really.
I used to play Destiny when the first one came out, and then when the second one came out, I played that a little bit. That had a whole story mode, right? And then I didn't get to finish it
Hmm.
because I got off my subscription for PlayStation for a while to save money. And then when I finally got it back and I
Hmm.
downloaded it to play it, to try and play with Dwayne and Tristan and all them, and
Hmm.
the whole game changed. Like there was no story mode. If you wanted to play anything from the stories, you'd have to go to a certain point in the map to play. And then it was only like select missions that they release each week. And then also they implemented a whole battle pass system, free to play, and it just
They
became
put
a
that
whole.
fucking chokehold on the game.
Yeah, I was like at a
Disgusting.
point where I just was like, yo, I like people who are already stuck in the game. Obviously, they're going to stick with it. They're going to keep playing it because they already dedicated a lot of time. But for me, like I dedicated some time, but it wasn't like enough to where like, oh, I have to get
This is
this. I
enough to
have to
jump
do
ship.
this. Yeah, like I jumped ship before the second one even came out because you know
Y'all on, bro. And it's sad because that's it. Like everybody moves in a wave. Like you know what I mean? Things move with like business. Things move with how the money moves. So it's like at the end of the day, video games are an art. You know what I mean?
mm,
I mean that's what video game players want to experience when they play video games. They want art, but companies, they're they're I don't know what they're an entity. It needs sustenance. It needs money.
they
You know what I
need
mean? So
they yeah
it's like
they
you gotta tame the beast.
like I get it. Like there's some games that could definitely be like targeted to be uh a free to play, pay to win type of mindset, and then you could still at least put out some stuff that is like, okay, I want the story, I want the experience, I want to sit there and be
You
like,
know what?
wow.
That's all I want. That's why I hated the Batman movie so much. Maybe I came there in the wrong state of mind.
You going back to Batman, bruh? This man said, you know
Bro,
what? Let's
I'm
switch back.
so mad.
Reminds me, Batman, that thing fucking sucked.
Joel was trash. All I wanted to do is just like, have a nice nostalgic, just I wish I wish there were movie theaters that solely ran off of old movies. You know what I mean? Like
Some of them do that.
you could get
It's more in
any
it's more the town theaters, like the lone town, like how movies try to portray like lone towns with a little two
where
theater.
we at? Where we at on the clock? This is me, bro. I geek out on video game shit. It's a strong part of my life. You know, always has been, and it probably always will be. Why not embrace things? Why not embrace yourself?
Embrace the power.
The power within. The power within.
Within. The power within.
The power within.
The
Are
power within. The power within.
you ready? Are you ready for trivia? I'm gonna hit you with this small snippet from an old cartoon. Okay, you ready for it?
All right.
The snippet is Humo fuedi fighty Sal. Humo fuedi fighty Sal. Humo fuedi fighty Sal.
Shoot.
You
Where's
need a
that?
hint? An answer.
Give me one hint, cause I
It
remember
is a chant.
that's not a hint. I already figured that being a
Humo
chant.
fuedi fighty Sal. Humo fuedi fighty Sal.
What's? Give me a
It
better
is a
hint than that.
magical chant. It is a magical chant.
That still doesn't help. What kind of hint? Or what are you, the
Stu-
Riddler? This ain't no. These aren't hints.
I mean, like hints are a delicate thing. You can't give it away. It's a
You could
simple
be.
thing.
Well, you could be smart with your
Humo fuedi
hints.
fighty Sal. Well, I feel like
what
this
was
is
the
this is difficulty
scenario
level.
that
So
what was the
the
scenario that
more hints
caused
you
it?
get, I'm gonna say the more hints you get, the less intense. Like this is difficulty medium. If I give you a hint,
What was what was the scenario
are
that
you willing
made
to?
what made them Say the chant.
To call upon power. To call upon power
It
of
ain't
certain things. Okay, this
it ain't
I don't know.
SpongeBob.
Yeah,
It ain't SpongeBob.
no,
Is it Camp
no,
Lazlo?
no. Okay,
I th-
it's it's close. It's one of those cartoons. This is gonna hit you to medium. It's one of those cartoons that's like breaking like anime. Like like when we were kids, it was
Oh,
just a really good
wait,
cartoon,
Avatar.
but it's not an
Avatar.
Avatar.
Yeah.
No,
Really?
wrong again. Yes. Do you want to
No, it's
hear it?
Secret Tunnel. Never mind.
Do you want to hear it? What? Do you need another hint?
I
Do
give
you
up.
tell you someone? I can tell you somebody who was in the show, and I feel like this will take it all the way down to easy, but you'll still be dignified in being able to hint
All right.
to guess. I mean,
By all
you want me to
means.
tell you?
By all means.
Jackie Chan.
Oh, Jackie Chan Adventures. Now I remember. I remember. It was the old dude that said it.
His
Yeah.
grandpa. The talismans.
That was on
If I
uh
told you the talismans, I guess that could have been a better hint without completely giving it away. Jackie Chan kind of just threw it,
I
threw
mean
it
that
out there.
yeah, I probably would have taken a while with
Ooh,
Talisman cuz a lot of shows use the word talisman. But
shit.
if you said it was like action, it was on Kids WB, I'd be like, "All right, I think I might be able to get it." Oh, that was fire.
Yeah, see, Kids WB. I didn't even think about that. You know what? What else I thought smacked on Kids WB or something like that? I thought it's the Spectacular Spider-Man. Pretty much that shit was nice. Did you ever watch that?
Yeah, I managed I watched that.
Mm,
You
you
remember
gotta give yourself some.
the dark Looney Tunes that was trying to act like they were like Justice League superheroes? I've seen
Oh,
that.
that was tough. That was
Yeah,
so tough,
I
bro.
seen that. Um,
I don't know why that stuff died off. Like that shit was gold. Was it not?
uh,
Am I wrong? Do I
it
just have terrible taste? Like
I don't want to say
it
you
all
had
got canceled.
I don't want to say you had terrible taste, but it just didn't do as well as people they wanted it to.
Mm,
That reminds me. There was one show like I like how YouTube's just
mm.
recommended me old cartoons to watch. So I've been seeing like clips of episodes, it's like splitting
Pandas.
apart. There's this one show, Legion of Superheroes.
Mm-hmm.
It was like a DC show set in the future with Brainiac 5 and a whole bunch of other ones, and they brought back. So pretty much they went in the past to pick up Superman to help them on a mission,
Mm-hmm.
and pretty much for the whole season he stayed in the future with them, and they had like this
Oh my
whole like
god.
thing, and then in the second season
I,
they they bring him
I found
back.
Pan.
They bring him back as a much older Superman because when they picked him up, he wasn't even Superman.
Boy.
Yeah, he was just a boy in Kansas or Smallville, whatever. Fuck, I had this thought. It was was it a show or I think it was a show. There's like old. There's a whole bunch of old shows that started popping up out of nowhere on my. I remember that.
It started popping up in your head, you said?
Not only in my head, but on my YouTube feed. That I'm like, damn, I remember that. Like, what was another show that you
My favorite of all time is Ben 10.
Now, are we talking the
I think,
original, or are we talking about Ben
of
10,
course.
or are we
Get
talking
out
about
of here.
Ultimate Alien, Alien Force, Omniverse?
Don't even disgrace me.
I'm not,
I'm gonna say what?
I'm not adding the reboot to the mix. Even though the reboot I heard kind of got better towards the end.
I'm gonna say most of the Ben 10s. But obviously, in order that they came out was kind of like the the best one came out first. They did not get better with age. Not always. Omniverse and shit wasn't too bad, but it wasn't the best. It was, but it was watchable. I just feel like I don't know why they just kept jumping. You know, I guess they just kept. They
I,
needed
th-
they
I think
needed a change of scenery, and they really couldn't. They really couldn't get that.
I
I don't
think
know. What do you think?
I think for me, when it came to that show, up to Ultimate Alien was where I kind of stopped at. But I think that
Hmm.
that whole from the original all the way to Ultimate Alien was good. Omniverse I've seen here and there, but it was just the new animation kind of threw me off. But that was still pretty
Hmm.
decent with its story. It was just when the reboot came out, I'm like, bruh, really? Like, I think the show is like good. Just end it. There's nothing more. But
Hmm.
I think my favorite crossover between was him and Generator Rex. That was fun.
Definitely.
I wish they had a part two of that because the way how they ended it.
But and it's like I don't know. That Generator Rex kind of just died off too. Whenever Ben 10 died off, like they just stopped.
Well,
Like Cartoon Network was just making weird decisions.
Generator Rex and they ended the series like there was a whole finale and everything. Like they didn't need to continue or nothing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so there was no
But
worries
it's
there.
always because the money's cut off. I mean, but right? Like that's not truly dependent whether the show ended or not. Like if there's more money in it, they'll drag it out. They'll pull another series out their ass.
Yeah, I mean they did kind of because with the reboot they did another crossover between the two. Like but it's not
Mm-hmm.
like a continuation or anything. That was just it was like it was just like a set in the same universe type thing. Because in the original crossover, Ben 10 ended up in Generator Rex universe, and then they swap and all that stuff. Well, not swap, but there was like a universe like interdimensional connection. Unlike the reboot, they made it seem like all right, Ben 10 exists here, and then Generator Rex also exists in the same thing. And I don't know the whole
And they
animation.
changed and they jumped out of that universe, right? When they made different types of bends and shit.
Oh no, like that whole crossover with the new crossover that they did, that's all set in the same thing, but yet surprisingly, I think one of the last episodes to come out, they did a whole it's like Spider-Man No
Hmm.
Way Home. They brought all different versions of Ben back, but they didn't bring him back just to bring him back. They were being hunted by somebody who was trying to pretty much like just absorb the Omnitrixes that each one had, and it turns out the villain was
Hmm.
an older version of themselves.
Oh shit! And that was hunting them all down.
Yeah, hunting. It was an older version of Ben hunting down every other Ben throughout the multiverse or omniverse in their case, and
Why?
because when he was younger, he lost Gwen and Grandpa Max due to being arrogant fighting Vilgax, and Vilgax killed them. So then I think he killed Vilgax, and then afterwards he pretty much was like, you know what? Since I lost everything, everybody else is going to lose everything too. So, because he found out that there's other universes where there's versions of him that has everything. They have their grandfather and cousin and stuff. So like
I don't know.
so like it sounded like I didn't really see it.
Yeah.
I seen clips, but it still was like okay, the concept is interesting, but
Okay.
it's just since the reboot and I'm just like I just never really was interested in watching it because this one's more targeted towards the kids nowadays. So of course, it wouldn't appeal to
Yeah.
me, but anybody that was born within the past 3-4 years, they'd be into it because that's their Ben. That's the one they know. That's like everybody who only knows Tom Holland as Spider Man is finally seeing Tobey Maguire or Andrew Garfield as Spidey or
The old Spider-Man.
yeah,
I had actually a little bit difficult. I had to just completely clean out a whole bunch of things on my computer so I can make more space to record again.
bruh,
But we are back
you have a lot of mess,
on the fly. I don't know. How do you feel transformations wise? I feel the transformations got weaker. Like I don't know. No, Ben 10 when he got older, those are kind of tough. Like those transformations. What is it? The Omniverse ones. That was kind of tough. But other than that, like the new ones, like there's a fucking Lego monster and shit. Like, what are you doing? A Lego monster
I
or an
feel
alien?
I feel like it's one. It goes for the animation. The animation style is different now, so it's more a little. It's more on the cartoonish end.
Is it the same writer every time? No, it can't
No,
be, right?
no. This is a new set of people always.
Yeah, and it's like they just like sully the name of Ben 10 with that crap. It's kind of like Teen Titans Go, except Teen Titans Go is they only did it once,
They're
and it's
very
kind of funny.
they're
Ben 10 they did it 6 times.
yeah, Teen Titans Go. They're very meta. They're not like the originals, and they know it. And that's the one thing that I guess they succeed with is because they know that they're not the originals, and people hate them for it. But they're just going to piggyback off of it.
Should I get prepared?
Surprisingly,
Should I
though,
get prepared?
the movies, like the first movie that they did that came out in theaters, was very highly praised.
Really?
Yeah, it was highly praised. Everybody loved it. Critics loved it. Audience. Will Arnett was
I'm telling you,
Will
because
Will Arnett
they're a
was
different animal.
Deathstroke. That's what's surprising. And then they did the movie where it was Teen Titans Go versus the original Teen Titans.
Exactly.
I seen that. That was
Like,
pretty
but
interesting.
that's what I'm saying. Teen Titans Go, they rebooted it once and it worked. Yeah, people hated it and whatever. It was still solid. No, Ben 10 got rebooted like 6 times. You know, how did you, Sean? How did you manage to never play Minecraft?
I never had it, and two, one. It's one of those things where like if a lot of people talk about it and stuff like that, I start to lose interest.
I got Moss. You an Aquarius, Deshaun?
No, I'm a Leo. What it,
Really?
what is it with these sign things that you do? Your horoscope.
Horoscope guy. It used to be. I
Used to
thought it was
be.
fun at one point. Yeah, I thought it was fun at one point.
Now you do it to be like, you're an Aquarius, so you're this type of person, huh?
That's what people assume.
That's what
Yeah,
people do all the
people
time.
assume.
Like the one thing that I don't like is people will not associate with like there'll be types of people that will
Make decisions based off your sign only
yeah,
before they
exact
even know a person.
yeah. I hate that so much. Or
I'd rather ask questions.
they make their horoscope like they define themselves based on that. And to me I find that just dumb. Like it's fun and it's good to and it's like, "Oh, okay,
Yeah,
that's interesting. That's true about me or whatever." But the fact that you take it and you make your life based on that, no. That's dumb.
you can't do that.
I,
It's like
I
religion.
yeah, it's why do you think it's kind of dangerous if you get with a girl and they have colorful crystals in their room? You know they're on a they're on a different level.
Think that's dangerous? Is that a red flag for you, Sean?
Depending on how they are, as far as their topics of discussion, their opinions on certain things, like I'm very open minded, but if you are someone that got crystals and you're like, oh, I'm only with you because you're a Leo and you do this, and I'm like, no, I'm good.
Depends on how deep the rabbit hole goes, huh?
Yep, exactly.
Yeah, yeah, I can see
Because
that.
some people they make that hole very deep, and I am like, no, that is not for me. I
Tell
don't.
me, will you get Bloons Battle Defense too?
Most likely not, because if I play it once and then I'll be like, okay, and then it's like a lot of games that I play now. I get
Ooh,
them and I don't stick with it, and then I'm just like, I forgot about that.
yeah, I guess you could play it once. You do know a little bit about Bloons, right?
Yeah,
Or no? You're
yeah.
completely rusty.
I'm definitely going to be rusty.
Mm-hmm. I understand rustiness, but like you're gonna know, you know what the ninja is, right? And the wizard and the super monkey and all that.
No, because you're definitely talking about something that is no longer what I had played a long while ago. I used to have that basic
That's
stuff.
not true. There's always a ninja. There's always a ninja.
I had the basic, like the Flash player, cool math games.
Oh shit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
no,
stuff.
this game is
Like
wow.
Super Smash Flash. That when Flash player used to be a thing before they took it away. They got rid of it.
I can't believe that. Like, how do you just take Flash Player off the internet? That should be illegal.
Well, it was outdated.
But why? Like, what did it accomplish?
It was outdated, so they got rid of it and implemented something new. I forgot. That's like with film. You don't really see people recording on film anymore. Everything's digital.
Yeah,
It's rare that you see things
but they didn't
in.
just go to everybody's house and make them burn all their fucking DVD players,
No, DVD players are still around.
VCRs.
VC,
Exactly.
but they stop once you've stopped manufacturing it. It becomes a rare commodity, and then the more people that throw their stuff out in the junk, well, it's scrap parts now. Unless you give yours to a collector or something. That's like
Hmm.
what is it? Trying to find a PlayStation 2. It's hard to find one now.
Oh
Cause
yeah.
yeah, cause they don't make them anymore. I mean, there's some still brand new ones that have been untouched that are like $200, but that's rare. That's a rare thing. That's why I got mine back in 2017. Well, I had one until my sister's father, when he bought me the PS3, decided to sell my PS2. And I never seen the light of day with that
Hmm.
money because apparently when he sold it to GameStop, he only got 15 bucks off of it. I was like, seriously? The
And then you
PlayStation
still sold
2?
it.
No, he sold it, not me.
No, that's what I'm saying. I know he sold it, but he still went through with it after they said $15. He was like, okay,
Exactly. It was not only just the
like
system.
what?
It was not only just the system. It was also
All
um,
your games.
all the games that went with it. Mind you, like I only kept Lego Star Wars 1 and 2, God of War 1 and 2,
Hmm.
and like other things. But like literally, I lost Star Wars Battlefront 2. I lost Def Jam. That it took. I had to buy another one when I got the two back. Like all that stuff
Oh,
gone.
you bought another two?
Yeah, I bought one for my birthday back in 2017.
I feel you. That's just wild. What a dick move. What a dick move. I'm sorry that happened to you.
Eh,
I remember I sold most of my video games and shit because
nope.
I think I was going on a date with my girlfriend, got like $100 for everything, and then you know how fast $100 goes.
Yeah, I would never do that. Every game that I buy, that's it. It's mine for life until I die.
Indefinitely.
Until I die, I ain't ever giving it up.
Oh man. Ah, there we go. I can't believe it. Minecraft is such a slow-paced game, though. Let me see. Let me see if I can't resurrect the whole world.
To me, that's just something that to me Minecraft just appears to me as something you sit and relax. It's like lo-fi beats.
Lo-fi beats.
Yeah, man, they still make them. They reached their a certain point recently as far as followers. I think like over a million, 2 billion or something like that. No, not 2 billion. Like over a million followers.
One of them recently.
You can quickly make money off of lo-fi beats on YouTube.
Yeah, I think I want to put my brother on that. He sent me some lo-fi's. He sent me some lo-fi's, and his shit was pretty good. I was like, bro, can I put this in my YouTube? I didn't ask him yet, but I told him it was good. I'm gonna ask him later. Give him
I would
some
definitely look because you
royalties.
can, yeah, you could definitely get royalties, and it'd be a little bit of chump change right there, just off of some lo-fi beats that people listen to. I started getting back into it. I used to listen to jazz lounge music when studying back in college. Or well, I never really studied, but it was just something to get work done.
What you call it? He said I never really studied. So what work did you actually get done?
Uh, I got my work done, but I just never really studied. I don't have the attention span to study. I just get things done, or I'll just be like, all right, well, I don't know, because for me, a test is something that you test on what you know already, and clearly, studying for it, yeah, you could, you know, try to memorize and stuff, but it just defeats the purpose of what a test is supposed to be for, in my opinion.
Mm,
Because like when you think about it, when we were studying for things, we were trying to study to pass, and then afterwards you forget about it. It's not really studying. You're just trying to memorize answers. So once you get the test, it's like, okay, well, I memorized everything, and now I'm going to forget about it because I finally passed the test. It's not testing you. That's just saying, oh, well, I got my grade. What's next?
annoying. It's highly annoying. Yeah, I know what you mean. And that's which I mean, things are different, so you could learn at a different pace and not feel pressure to just shove everything down your throat and actually internalize it. But it's just not the way things are.
Yep. This whole country's infrastructure is just not there.
You still play Lego Star Wars?
Well, I haven't because um, the one I got is for the PS2, but the new one, I'm definitely getting that one whenever I know I can get it. And I'm gonna be fiending on that.